Third phase of agitation from Thursday. Protesting nurses chose to change mode of protest in the form of an indefinite dharna, citing negligence by state government. Reacting on Namhai-Namdi clash incident, Western Tename Hoho appeals all concerned parties to hash out the indifference amicably and asked government to play an unbiased role to resolve dispute. It also urges government to deploy adequate police personnel in order to avoid such incidents in future. For making contribution towards rural journalism, Vishu Rita Krocha conferred the Impact of Journalism Award 2022. Kohima Press Club on Wednesday confers the award 2022 in a program held on the occasion of National Press Day. Entering its 71st day, Congress's nationwide foot march Bharat Jodo Yatra led by Rahul Gandhi resumes in Maharashtra's Akola. Meanwhile, marking the 15th day in the state, Bharat Jodo Yatra passes through Assam's Guwahati on Thursday. North Korea continues its instance of provocation by firing another short-range ballistic missile towards the East Sea on Thursday. South Korea's military claims of detecting launch of the missile from North Korea's Wonsan area. Hello viewers, I, Lomika Chumi, welcome you all to News Now. We will now look into the news in detail. The department recruited aggregate nurses 2021 decided to go forward with its third phase of agitation from Thursday. After a meeting held at the Secretariat Junction by all the members, COVID-19 pandemic appointed nurses who are protesting for service regularization have chosen to change the mode of protest in the form of an indefinite dharna in response to the concerned authorities' careless attitude. Meanwhile, regarding the indefinite dharna, the government of Nagaland has responded by invoking powers conferred by Section 3(1) of the 1978 Nagaland Essential Services Maintenance Act. The state DIPR released a three-part statement late on Wednesday evening that included a number of topics related to the regularization of the nurses' service who were unhappy with their pay and the ongoing CIS work. Protests that started on November 9. Following the violence that occurred in Lamhai-Lamde village, Western Tename Hoho on Wednesday appealed all parties to hash out the differences in a civil way and urged the government to give importance to the issue without any biasness. WTH urged the government to deploy adequate police personnel in order to avoid such incidents in future, while appealing both parties to maintain peace, with reminded that every Naga has its own tradition and that must be respected. WTH also condemned the administration for not taking any appropriate action till date. A seminar on sustainable development goal, peace, justice and strong institutions was held on Tuesday at Rongmai Community Hall, Naga Bazar, Kohima. The National Foundation for India organized the program in collaboration with ARC Foundation and Naga Bazar Youth Organization with an aim to educate young people to foster peace and how to build an exclusive society for sustainable development. During the program, resource persons and senior medical officers of State Mental Health Institute, Dr. Vikitolio Penyu, lamented on social issues such as violence against women and children, corruption, injustice, and said that these are the problems which are needed to be addressed in order to have a sustainable future. Furthermore, Vikitolu suggested that youth organizations should cooperate and work together in order to bring peace and justice in the society. A senior Naga bureaucrat, Asangba Chuba has been appointed as Joint Secretary in the Ministry of Civil Aviation by the Centre on November 14 for a period of 5 years. It is to be mentioned that Ao is the first male Naga IAS officer from Nagaland to be given a position at the rank of Joint Secretary within a ministry of the Union Government. As per order issued by Secretary, Appointment Committee of the Cabinet and Establishment Officer, Dipti Uma Shankar, he has been appointed in place of IAS Usha Pade. With the country observing National Press Day, media persons from Kohima and Mokokchung Press Club also celebrated the occasion by organizing programs on Wednesday. Director General of Police Rupin Sharma graced the event as the special guest in Kohima Press Club, where he emphasized about the importance of media in the society. On the other hand, Mokokchung Press Club also observed the day with the theme Media's Role in Nation Building, where Assistant Professor of Department of Botany of Fazal Ali College, P. Tia Moiler, graced the program as guest speaker. During his speech, Tia emphasized the value of media in the era of digital technology and mentioned the present geopolitical challenges in Europe.
Now, in the modern context, when we have to think about nation building, all these factors that I have said are important, but the most important thing is the Bible that we have to think of is the Constitution of India. Nation building means producing good people, producing good individuals in the society, people who are honest, people who are hardworking, people who have a scientific bent of mind, people who can tolerate nonsense and nuisance, people who can accept views of others, people who can question the ones in authority. Now, in the modern context, when we have to think about nation building,
a 4-day residential training under Jal Jeevan Mission organized by University of Science and Technology Meghalaya got underway on Wednesday. The training program was graced by USTM Vice Chancellor G.D. Sharma as chief guest and expressed hope that the training would be useful and set up a new plan to make Nagaland the second state to provide potable water to every household next to Goa. Professor Sama also urged the gathering to know how to save and conserve natural water, as water creates an important role in maintenance of health and economy of the state. USTM Associate Professor Dr. Nibidida Paul informed that the training aimed to assess, empower and facilitate the planning of participatory rural water supply, importance of water quality standards and responsibilities of all stakeholders in planning and implementation. National Commission for Women launched the 4th phase of the digital Shakti campaign on Tuesday to digitally empower girls and women in cyberspace. The campaign is Pan-India project which focused on making women digitally skilled and aware of standing up against any illegal activities. The campaign is launched in collaboration with Cyber Peace Foundation and Meta. While addressing the gathering, NCW chairperson Rekha Sharma mentioned that new phase will provide to be a milestone in ensuring safe cyberspaces for women, and added that the project will contribute towards the larger goal of fighting cyber violence against women and girls. The launch was followed by a panel discussion on safe spaces online, combating cyber-enabled human trafficking and combating other forms of online violence in order to provide opinions from experts. The Digital Shakti program started in 2018 to help women across nation to build a resilience and fight a cybercrime in most effective way. Kohima Press Club on Wednesday conferred the Impact of Journalism Award 2022 to Vishu Rita Krocha for her contribution towards rural journalism. Rita expressed her gratitude towards the Kohima Press Club for the recognition and informed that KPC Impact Journalism is a great motivation for all journalists in the field. It is to be mentioned that Rita has worked for various media organizations in the state and national platforms and has several books authored and co-authored by her. After Nltv and Nikitolu Abelho won the Best Athlete Trophy in girls under 20 and men's respectively, Chief Minister Nipirio on Wednesday took down to Twitter to congratulate the athletes and briefed that both have brought pride and joy to Nagaland. CM Rio also wished the players to achieve a success in their respective careers in future. While lauding the Nagaland Staff Selection Board for successfully conducting preliminary examination for the Combined Staff Recruitment Examination 2022, Naga Students Federation has placed a 3-point demand before the board before conducting the interview round, asking for a fair and transparent process. The federation asked NSSB to cut down the marks allotted in Viva from 12.5% to 5%. NSF further asked to install CCTV cameras inside the interview room to monitor fairness and transparency of the interview process, and also demanded that representatives from Naga Students Federation should be invited during the interview process as observer. The federation has given a 10-day ultimatum to state government to comply the Charter of Demands and immediate reinforcement. Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu inaugurated the 4-kilometer road connecting newly constructed Donyo Polo Airport with the National Highway 415 along with a Hornbill welcome gate on Wednesday. CM Khandu also flagged off sweeping machines and garbage disposal vehicles from the airport as Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be inaugurating the Donyo Polo Airport in Itanagar on Saturday. Pema Khandu, while speaking at the event, stated that the airport inauguration by PM Modi will be a historic day for everyone, and further added that the Airports Authority of India with the state government had made sitting arrangements for 10,000 people. Meanwhile, Mayor Itanagar Municipal Corporation Atame Pasang said that the new airport will have latest technologies to maintain hygiene. Vikas Walker, the father of Shradha Walker, who was brutally killed by her live-in partner Aftab Amin Punewala, has asserted that he will not rest until his daughter's killer is hanged to death by the court. Vikas Walker claimed that Aftab is very clever and he has wiped away all evidences against him in the last 6 months. Meanwhile, according to sources, the Delhi police have found a new lead in the investigation in which they have found a pending water bill in the accused Aftab Punewala's flat, despite the fact that the government provides 20,000 litres of water free of charge in Delhi. The accused will be addressed before circuit court today by the Delhi police and will seek his continued custody.
आफ्ताब आपको शर्मिंदा है आपकी बात आफ्ताब आपको लेकर जो है पुलिस चले गई मैं उधर ही जा रहा हूं
With the Gujarat Assembly polls around the corner, Prime Minister Narendra Modi for 3 consecutive days will hold rallies in Gujarat's Saurashtra from November 20 to November 22. More than 1.5 lakh people will participate in these rallies. The first rally will take place in Saurashtra on November 20, 2 rallies in South Gujarat and Saurashtra on November 21, and again 2 rallies in Saurashtra on November 22. Ahead of the Gujarat Assembly polls, the Congress party has released its final list of 37 candidates for the election on Wednesday. Former Chief Minister Shankersan Vaghela's son, Mahindra Singh Vahengi, will also contest from the Bayat constituency. A total of 179 candidates has been listed for the polls to the 182-member Gujarat Assembly. To set the tone for the upcoming Gujarat Assembly elections, the Bharatiya Janata Party will do carpet bombing with public meetings of central ministers and state leaders across 89 constituencies on November 18. Several union ministers including Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, Dharmendra Pradhan, Srimati Irani will also hold Shabas across these constituencies. Furthermore, Chief Minister of Gujarat, Bhupendra Patel, along with State Party President C.R. Patel, will address a Sabha. Bharat Jodo Yatra, led by Rahul Gandhi, resumed on Thursday in Maharashtra's Akola district. It is the 71st day of the foot march, which began on September 7 from Kanyakumari and 11th day of its Maharashtra leg. Thousands of supporters along with actress Riya Sen joined the Congress-led Padyatra. Meanwhile, marking the 15th day in the state, Bharat Jodo Yatra passes through Assam's Guwahati on Thursday. The Yatra, which began on November 1 from Dhubri district, was participated by AICC General Secretary Jitendra Singh along with Party State President Bhupen Bora, MLA Rakibul Hussain, MP Gaurav Gogoi, Bapita Sharma and several Congress leaders. The march, which began from Sonaram Stadium to Chanmari Stadium, was participated by several supporters of Congress Party. Earlier on Wednesday, the Yatra passed through Jalukbari, which is the constituency of Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma. A Delhi court will issue a decision about the bail request of Aam Aadmi Party leader Satyendar Jain and 2 other individuals in a money laundering case on Thursday. Special Judge Vikas Adul, who was scheduled to issue the order on Wednesday, postponed it because the order was not ready. Jain had urged the court to grant him bail, claiming that keeping him in custody would serve no purpose. Meanwhile, Jain was arrested in April after the Enforcement Directorate attached Rs 4.81 crore worth of immovable properties owned by private firms in connection with the disproportionate assets and money laundering case under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. In the West Bengal district of Murshidabad, a 4-year-old boy lost his life on Wednesday after allegedly being hit by the car of a Trinamool Congress MP, Abu Tahir Khan. The child, identified as Hasim Sarkar, he was injured after the car hit him and he succumbed to his injuries in the hospital. However, Khan claimed that Hasim's mother had left for the bank while the child managed to escape from her lap and wander the streets. Furthermore, he added that after the accident, between 50 and 60 people flocked to the area, but his mother was still missing. The child was taken to the hospital by Khan. The medical staff got started on the treatment immediately. The air quality of the national capital again dipped to poor category on Thursday morning with an AQI at 249. Earlier, the city witnessed a slight improvement on Wednesday to the moderate category. However, this morning, the national capital was engulfed with a layer of smoke. Meanwhile, in the NCR, Gurugram stood with an AQI at 235 and Noida recorded an AQI at 300, both in the poor category. North Korea continues its instance of provocation as the country fired another short-range ballistic missile towards the East Sea on Thursday. The Joint Chiefs of Staff of South Korea's military stated that South Korea detected the launch of the missile, which was from North Korea's Wonsan area. The JCS further added that South Korea is keeping a full readiness posture in close cooperation with the United States while strengthening its monitoring and vigilance. Notably, North Korea's Foreign Minister Choi Sun-hyu issued a warning earlier and claimed that a recent US-South Korea-Japan summit agreement on the North will make tensions on the Korean peninsula more erratic. Furthermore, United States President Joe Biden reaffirmed his pledge of using full range of its military capabilities to defend its allies during the sidelines of the Sunday's ASEAN summit in Cambodia, with South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol and Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida were also present. NATO, along with Poland, claimed that the missile which killed 2 people in Polish village of Brzezwodo was most likely to be fired by Ukrainian forces while defending the Russian bombardment aimed at civilian infrastructure on Tuesday. However, Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky on Wednesday clearly denied the claims and called for Ukrainian experts to play a part in the investigation. Meanwhile, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg stated that the incident was not Ukraine's fault and further added that Russia bears ultimate responsibility as it continues its illegal war against Ukraine. Moreover, Polish President Andrzej Duda, while calling the incident as an accident, said that there was a high chance it was an air defense missile from the Ukraine which had fallen in Poland by accident while intercepting incoming Russian missiles.
We have no indication that this was the result of a deliberate attack. And we have no indication that Russia is preparing offensive military actions against NATO. Our preliminary analysis suggests that the incident was likely caused by a Ukrainian air defense missile fired to defend Ukrainian territory against Russian cruise missile attacks. We have no indication that this was the result of a deliberate attack. And we have no indication that Russia is preparing offensive military.
United States President Joe Biden on Wednesday congratulated Republicans for winning the majority in the House of Representatives and vowed to cooperate with his political rivals in order to deliver results for the American people. President Biden congratulated the leader McCarthy on Republican winning the majority and briefed that he would work with Republican or the Democrat to deliver results. President Biden also added that the future of U.S. is too promising to be trapped in political warfare and American people want the U.S. government to get things done for them. So viewers, that's all we have for now. Keep watching Nagaland TV.